G'day, I'm Blxz and welcome back to Geneforge 5. Now I think, I've been watching these guys for a little bit, I think I might be able to slip through when they head up here. I did end up tweaking one of the knobs, but it was one I'd already tweaked before. So I don't know if it has actually made a difference or not. There's something here. Okay, I'll do mental unlock. If I click it. And what have we got in here? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant stuff. I'll take it. Oh, wait, have I used them all? Oh, shielding pod. Okay, I didn't realise I had those. Okay, let's recover a little bit of my essence. Throw one of those on everyone, just to top anything off. How much have I got? 177 appears to be how much I have, which is not enough for a new creation. Dragon, I do note that you requested, or whoever it is, I don't know your username's Dragon, but someone requested the name Dragon. I've since made you a war troll, and for that, I apologise. But I think I will now make you an actual dragon. Don't mind the pain, it'll get better. Okay, well, they got 320. It appears to be the top. Okay, dragon, you are being reborn as a dracon, I suppose. Enormous, very hardy version of the drake. Spray of nasty fireballs and take a lot of essence to make and control. It will leave me with 147 at the end, which is acceptable, I think. I've always wanted to make one of these. And you can be called. There we go. Dragon, welcome back. Welcome back to the party. Oh, and I'm going to turn the spore box off. What has it changed to change that? Does that mean anything? That's the question. Can I slip through? Okay. I appear to have gone to the other side. Now it's KR's Spire. I don't actually think that I'm going to go there. Because, well, I'm going to have a peek anyway. Definitely going to have a quick look. Oh, okay. You enter KR's Spire, the main research hall for the shapers of the Dera Reaches. It's all underground, so it can be easily, quickly, and permanently sealed off in case of an accident. It's incredibly hot and humid down here. It's also different from the other laboratories you've been in. The places where shapers do their work are generally kept as clean and antiseptic as possible. KR's Spire is full of the smells of unwashed creations and blood and decay. The air is full of clanging and the hissing of steam, mixed with the angry roars of almost rogue monsters penned up here. Fortunately, nobody has as yet witnessed your invasion of Sage Taken's most secure and secret fortress. If anyone sees you, news of your actions will probably spread quickly through the Dera Reaches. Okay. Let us... Okay. Dead body. Dead body. Dead body. Looks like a testing ground for something, maybe. I've just had an interesting thought. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Hang on. This dome is ringed with crystals, each taller than you, each full of magical energy. Well, all of them except the one that exploded. Filling a stone with power is an effective way to determine if it has flaws that were not detected. This is the source of the power for the complex. Energy flows from the stones into brightly glowing conduits, and from there into the rest of the laboratory, to be used for anything from manipulating essence to cooking food. A saboteur might be able to do a lot of damage here. It would depend on what safety mechanisms the shapers put in place. I'm a little concerned about what I'm going to find here. But look, as I was saying, I think I've been going about this the wrong way. I have a sneaking suspicion that... Ooh, wand of slow time. I don't even know what that does. probably stuns everybody or whatever. Yeah, I've got no more space anyway. I think I've been going... What I'm trying to say, before I keep interrupting myself, is... Oh, shit, there's a person there. Is that maybe the agent isn't a physical thing. Maybe it's a magical thing or a I don't know, like a... Well, maybe it's biological warfare. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Or chemical warfare or something, like a chemical agent or a... Whoa, shit. Okay. Like as I was saying, a chemical agent or a... I mean, it's odd because there's never been anything quite like that in Geneforge history at all. So I'm not really sure... I'm not sure. I've never encountered anything in Geneforge lore before, so I'm not entirely sure whether I'm on the right track here, but that's the only thing I can think of, because nothing else makes sense in the way they're using the word agent. I kept thinking, you know, a shaper agent or whatever, life crafting agent, but it just doesn't make sense. And maybe they're taking from the cells, maybe they're taking animals or creations from here down there and testing the poison on them or something. I don't know how to... I'm not sure. I'm just rambling a little bit at the moment, but that's the only thing I can think of. I'm just lost a bit about what I'm actually going to do here. Where was... It was up at Fort Rockfall. Yeah, I'm not sure. Really not sure exactly what it could be. I might be on the right track. I might be way off. Often I'll overthink something like that. And... it does make sense though. I've got a feeling that it's probably going to be a chemical agent of some sort, and maybe I have to... maybe that's what Tegan wants me to do, is like inject it into other monsters or something like that. What I'm going to do here though is... fuck, I should have... Dragon, I'm sorry about this, but I am going to kill you again. Because you're a couple of levels lower than you should be. Doesn't matter. It's not killing, it's... I'm rebuilding you. I'm making you stronger than you were before. You should be happy about that. You're probably not going to be, but it's alright. You will survive. And I had volcanic fetish. Fire shaping. I think that's all I had. At this point, there's so many different things I've got that I am struggling a little bit. Oh, I want that Girdle of Genius, but that's fine. Because... Oop. Come on, guys. I'm going to duck out, pick up my essence again, and then come back in. Actually, what I'm going to do this off screen, because what I'm also going to do is spend some time... I'll make the creation on screen, but I'm going to be doing is spending some time in the thing here, whatever it's called. At the anvil. I'm going to try and use this essence infused iron and maybe poke around on a few things. I'll show what happens on screen, but I will be experimenting off screen to try and find, I don't know, whatever it is. It might just probably be like probably an armor boost or something, but I'll see if it's actually a valuable artifact or not. The fact that I've got two of them indicates it's probably not very valuable, but I'll have a look. I'll see what I can find, and let's create dragon is my... Yeah, 12 fire shaping, beautiful. I'm going to make you dragon, and I'll need to put my other belt back on. Can I name you here? No, I can't. Okay, in we go. Let's have a look at you. Level 45, so you gained 4 additional levels, which I think is, looks like 2 additional skill points in each thing. Welcome back, dragon. We have rebuilt you. Anyway, I will see you on the other side. Alrighty then, I have been experimenting quite significantly, and I have decided on something. I've gone through pretty much all my different things. Turns out the iron, the essence infused iron is something. I've got crystalline fibers, I have unmelting ice, I have the fire one, I have some quicksilver. I do believe I had an Erdrakon skin from the that big fortress in the swamp. I think it's called Gorash Kel or something, or maybe no, Gorash Kel. The one where all the Dracons were, where I went through and killed them all. But I cannot appear to actually find them. I don't know where it is. I don't know where that Erdrakon skin is, so I haven't been able to test that. So missing some knowledge of, and who knows what other artifacts are out there as well, but missing that particular item that I'm fairly certain I picked up, I've been able to experiment with this limited amount, and I have decided on this layout here. Now, turns out the Girdle of Command was something I'd forgotten about it, but it's only been half built. I can actually add to it a little bit further, and if I add, we've currently got +2 fire, battle and magic. I could have done, I believe it was one of these, I've forgotten now, and bumped it up to, I think, 4, +4 for each of these, but unfortunately that would mean giving up what I've currently got here. But if I put the unmelting ice on it, I create a soul charged girdle, which gives me a whole bunch of healing craft and a little bit of extra shaping. So I'm actually happy to give up 1 level in shaping for all of these for the extra healing craft. I actually think that will be very, very useful. I'm not entirely sure how often I will use it, because I do really need this intelligence at this point in time. Although if I gain a couple more levels, I might be able to wean myself off this. Although that would be, I don't know how well it's going to go. So, could be a waste, but at this point in time I did get +1 level to each of the 3 shaping ones, and I get to keep my other ones over here. What else I'm going to be doing is make that, and I may as well make it a 3rd time. It's not going to go bad or anything, and I'll just store it. But we're going to do some shaped boots, and we're going to purify those shaped boots. Oh my god, we made perfected boots. Now what we're going to do with perfected boots is throw on some quicksilver. And look at that, we have mercuric boots. Now these are pretty good looking boots. They're going to go well with, I think, my current build, which is, I love stealth, and the extra action points are good. Essentially, they're just exactly what I've got here, except that they have a little bit of extra stealth. Now I thought, wow, that's brilliant, I've just upgraded my sandals a little bit. But no, it gets better. My god, it gets better. Now I throw in some crystalline fibers, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I get 3 stealth. Melee weapons, which is useless. Tiny bit of crappy stun resistance. I get +2 action points. That's huge. Absolutely massive. And that is incredible. And there's no negatives, no drawbacks to this particular thing, other than the fact that I can't use the 2 items for anything else. So I am pretty much done. That's a perfect upgrade there. And this one, you can go over there. I won't be using you much, except when I need to create. I could probably go back and recreate Dragon, but at this point I feel a bit sorry for you. I've been killing you too much, and 1 additional level really doesn't matter at this point. Now the final thing I've created. Now this is, it irks me a little bit, because I like these gauntlets here. They're beautiful, beautiful gauntlets. The blazing gauntlets have been with me for a long time now. I think they were the first thing I created, and they're very, very powerful. However, just on a whim, I tried experimenting with different things, and the essence infused iron, as far as I can tell, doesn't do anything by itself. It doesn't actually give you any tier 1 items. What it does do though is, put this up here. Now I'll put these perfected gauntlets in. I throw in the solidified flame, and I now have some smoking gauntlets, which is what these were built off originally. And then I added on the dexterity and all that stuff. If I throw in the essence infused iron now, and this is huge here, absolutely massive. I was blown away when I saw this. If I combine them, I end up with fire steel gauntlets. Now, look at that. Look at that. As a comparison, you've got the +2, +2, +2, and then these are +3. I now have +5 across the board for all my magic, and I still get the bonus to my creations. It's massive, absolutely massive. Now, I think there was another way around, another alternative, but it would have meant sacrificing one of my, either my assassin boots or my my gauntlet over here. Soul charge girdle, not gauntlet, the belt. But then I would have had other than that, losing my words, I'm so excited. I would have had another alternative where these would have been, I think, +3 or 4, and I'll get a whole bunch of intelligence as well. But I haven't really run out of energy for these guys when they're fighting. And again, as I've said a few times, this late in the game, I don't think an extra, 4% strength or, a couple of extra bits of dexterity or endurance makes that much of a difference, where extra blessing magic, extra mental magic, extra battle magic by 2 levels each is massive. It's huge. So with that, these gauntlets are officially being retired. I am going to keep them for, I guess, because I'm a bit of a hoarder, but I'm not going to ever use them again. And with that, I think I've created my final thing in the game. If I ever do find the Erdrakon skin, I've got no idea where I put it, but if I do happen to find it, I think it'll go, or I hope it'll go with that, because there's nothing else that I can fuse it in with. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Maybe that'll unlock something later, I'm not sure. I don't imagine that there's much else that will fuse with, so I hope it'll go with the iron. If not, then I might make a minor thing. And I did have to go back and actually buy some of these from the nearby city. But we'll put those away. We're going to get rid of the blazing gauntlets. You can say goodbye. And we're going to keep you on hand. I've also dumped a couple of my other things in here, and I've got rid of a few of these items over here that were single use only, just to clear up a bit more space for hoarding. Now with that, I don't know how long that took me, probably 20 or 30 minutes of going back and redoing things and making the same combination over again by mistake. But I have a little post-it note in front of me with crammed full of tiny writing, and that is what I decided on in the end. And I think I'm pretty impressed with it. I think that's a massive, massive thing. And that's really good as well. And I have, well, I'm not sure yet, but I think I might be able to wean myself off the intelligence later on. If I get up to level 50, I reckon that'll be enough essence, because I don't think I'll be making too many more of these. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Maybe the healing craft isn't that valuable, and I will just use it, in which case I had to settle for a lesser artifact. But yes, where are we? I don't know how long this episode's been going for. I forgot to put my timer on before. But I think we're going to head down, probably go for another 10 minutes. But we'll head down, and in the meantime, I've actually been thinking about what I'm going to do now. I think I have explored, unless there's something over here maybe, I think I have explored the entire world map. I can't imagine I've missed too many others. That looks like there could be something there, but can't be bothered looking for it. We've got the Purity Workshop, we've got Spire Cells. There isn't anything else I can do. And so it's going to be time to, I guess, complete the game, finish the game off. And to do that, I'm going to need to pick a side. And I've been thinking about it, and I can't stand Raoul, so I will kill him if I ever get the chance. I can't stand this fella out here at Kazukius. He is an absolute, not even going to say that word, but I don't like him. I'm not going to join him. I'm pissed off that he tried to kill me. He was playing politics with my life, so I don't like that. Astoria is not going to work. It's down pretty much to Owen, who I really do like. I quite enjoy. Oh, he's over here. I quite like Owen. I like his. I enjoy his outlook on life generally. And Sage Tegan, who is, well, I'm not sure. I got my suspicions that they're doing maybe a biological or a chemical weapon of some sort. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I don't have enough details, and unfortunately I really don't have enough information to make a proper choice there, so I don't know exactly what I'm getting into just yet. So Owen's a good one. Owen is very interesting. I've liked him for a number of games. I found him to be probably a little bit inflexible in Geneforge 3, but in Geneforge 4 he pretty much became the general that he was destined to be, the general that the Shapers needed. He was flexible enough, but still had good, solid, well-defined boundaries. He's leading a brilliant fight. He's actually pushed them right back, sort of 2/3 of the way, across, out of the storm plains, and bottled them up with this line here. He's a brilliant general. He knows what he's doing. I think if I helped him, I'll be able to push him across. Now, the alternative Tegan's erratic. I don't know what he's going to do. He's a loose cannon in a sense. I don't even know what he's doing. I'm not sure, but I've got suspicions about what he's doing, and that is reasonably horrible. But what Tegan's got going for him, I do like his idea. He sort of takes a little bit of Latalia's Trachovite thing, which is the whole... I don't know how to describe this. Latalia's sort of talking about, starting again and resetting, and I always think, throughout the games, and even on the forums, I've been quite passionate about it, where if they hadn't stuffed up at the beginning, if they hadn't... basically Barzale and Geneforge too, if they hadn't taken the Geneforge off and tried to recreate it and made Dracons and done all this, I don't think shaping is inherently a bad art. So joining the... I think my wife just came home. It's a bit distracting. Joining the... whatever they're called, those people up there, is probably not what I'm going to do. I really do like the idea of resetting and starting again. And if his idea is to kill off the Dracons and whatnot and rebuild, then I think I'm very, very tempted by that. Although, I don't know if I like the tricksy sort of stuff. I've generally been someone who tends to approach something with a blunt force. I had planned to make my decision this episode, but having just described all that, I am not sure what I'm going to do. Is it Pericalia or Zephyr Oasis? I really don't know. Not sure at all. The fact that my wife has just come home, I think, is a good opportunity for me to put off making that decision and leave us a bit of a cliffhanger, considering I don't know how long this episode has gone for. So I've been Blxz. This has been a thrilling episode, at least for me, because I made all those artifacts. Absolutely thrilling episode of Geneforge 5. Make sure to join me next time as I finally decide which path I'm going down. Take care, and I will see you next time.